Hello, viewers. Welcome to Frontline Conversations. Today, I'm delighted to have a very special guest with me, Mr. K. Rahman Khan, who was Union Minister of Minority Affairs. His political career extends for more than 5 decades. He started his career in the politics of Karnataka before he moved on to the national arena when he became a member of the Rajya Sabha in the 1990s. And consecutively, he was a member of the Rajya Sabha for 4 terms, during which time he headed two joint parliamentary committees, eventually led to the amendment of the Waqf Act of 1995. He was also the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha during this time. Welcome to Frontline, Mr. Rahman Khan. Thank you for your time. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.
I want to start with a very basic question because a lot of our viewers perhaps may not know the answer to this. What is the meaning of Waqf?
Waqf is stop in Arabic, but a common understanding is Waqf is a dedication of a movable or removable party for a pious and charitable purpose, and that is given to God. So, in effect, once a person works or donates or dedicates, he loses his ownership or anything, and if that property becomes God property, it is going to be called Waqf.
Okay. So, from what I've been reading, and even the current Union Minister of Minority Affairs, also made this statement in the Parliament that the various Waqf board control 8.7 lakh properties spanning 9.4 lakh acres across the country. This would make them the third largest landholder after the Indian Railways and the Ministry of Defense. How has this large land used for the benefit and welfare of the Muslim community?
You see, strictly speaking, these Waqf properties, as you rightly mentioned, that is huge. It may be 9 lakhs, may 10 lakh. That is exact figure is not available correctly, but it's a huge land bank is there. But all these are in a very just barren lands, not developed, and though and lot of not protected. With the result, there is a lot of wrong land grabbers have grabbed the land. Unauthorized occupation of the land is there. People are holding in Waqf land for the ages. Government has also occupied, saying that it is a government land, that there are a lot of disputes with the government, that is all going on, that is not solved. So it is in a condition, that is how the 1990, that is the first JPC report highlights each state's condition. And the Waqf board conditions were not, the Waqf boards are not functioning properly. And then there was no mechanism to remove the encroachers of the property. So all these issues have been addressed in the JPC report and the Parliament Select Committee. And so all the, but taking into consideration all this, in 1913,
You mean 2013?
2013, we brought several amendments to the Waqf Act 1995. With the result, today we have a very good law, which is held by almost everybody at that time. You will be surprised. In 2009, election manifesto of BJP, they were so pleased about their report and which we have implemented, that if they come to power, they will implement my report. with my name in BJP manifesto.
This is 2009.
2009 BJP election manifesto. So why they have said is I involved a lot of BJP members also in the committee, and when they worked with us, they understood and appreciated the. So it was a well thought of, well discussed amendments we brought. But the problem is the ultimately implementation. All government program fails when you implement it. So the way, whatever we brought, then 2014 we UPA government. So all our plans got, it was not taken off. For example, development, you have to call development. Where is the money? Community has no money. Works have not been no money. So the JPC as well as Shachar committee recommended, unless you develop these properties, there's no new need for having such a vast land. So you have sitting on a gold mine, which is you have made it in the dust. So what is the method? So the JPC also and Sachar committee recommended float a corporation. That is where that corporation take up the development of property, a government corporation. And with 500 crores seed capital, when I was minister, I brought a corporation, National Waqf Development Corporation. That was inaugurated somewhere in January 2013. And now our government was in 14, we lost one. Then they completely ignored that corporation. And in 10 years, they have done nothing in that corporation.
So at this point, the rationale for bringing in these amendments is that, according to Mr. Rijiju and other leaders of the BJP, to bring about greater accountability, transparency in the management of the Central Waqf Council and the Waqf boards, so that it will generate some income for the community, which is very necessary because if you consider all socio-economic indicators, the position of Muslims is quite low. So, isn't this a laudable initiative? Shouldn't we welcome this?
I would have been the happiest person if that objective is achieved by this amendment. The minister and other people are saying this amendment we are bringing for transparency and management of the work property and all that, except the changing of the name, which they have changed a transport management or something instead of Waqf Act. There is nothing I can challenge. There is nothing which addresses development, which addresses efficiency, which addresses the biggest problem of encroachment. How to remove encroachment. Thousands, and though they said 9,000 acres and all, 70-80% is encroached. 20-25% is with the government. Is there a single word how to remove this? How to develop this? What is transparency, you mean? Waqf boards are may not, as a functionary government in any office, government office, they may not be doing their job. But if they implement what is amended in 2013, if the government supports such initiative, because we said once we have given powers, then also to the district magistrate, that illegal occupation, if they find, they should not follow the procedure immediately removed. They have not done it. So in this I can say with all humility at my command that the minister was wrong. There is nothing, not a single word as far as development is concerned.
Coming to the specific provisions of the bill which have been opposed, some of which are the Waqf board will lose its power to designate a property as Waqf. The survey commissioner's role here has been replaced by that of the deputy commissioner. Non-Muslims should be appointed as members of the Central Waqf Council and possibly also the various Waqf boards. Women must also be appointed as members of the board. Claimants can appeal the tribunal's decision in the High Court within 90 days. And that sectarian minorities such as Shiites, Bohras, Aga Khanis should also be provided representation on the various Waqf boards. What is your response? Do you endorse these?
It is giving an imaginary example to create a feeling in the minds of people. What they say. Waqf board can go to any land. They may say it is a Waqf land. They may claim the Waqf land, and it becomes Waqf. This is redundant. The Waqf board as a body, if they find that a particular property has a characteristic of Waqf, if further that property has dedicated by somebody, given by somebody for charitable purpose, if all this parameter is satisfied, the Waqf board can initiate action to declare that as a Waqf property after due inquiry. After that, there is a tribunal which goes into details. And the tribunal is a legal entity. They will examine. Then, if they declare as Waqf property, still you have time to appeal. So what is wrong in it? Because even before the Waqf Act came in a century ago, Waqf properties are dedicated. Some of the Waqf properties we see, you go to that place, the Waqfnama is dedicated in a stone, written in the stone. There is no document earlier. Now what you are doing is, if there is no document, there is no Waqf.
What about this proposal about bringing women as members of the board?
Women are already there. Every Waqf board has two women.
When you were heading the Central Waqf Council,
there were two women. They were there when I was in the Waqf board. There are women. Even now there are women.
Okay.
That is there in the 95 provision also.
Okay. Then coming to my next question. So the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has clearly demonstrated its opposition to these amendments, citing it as an interference in Muslim personal law. The another body, the All India Sufi Sajjada Nashin Council, representing the dargahs, have welcomed the bill. So how do you see this? Do you see this?
The Sufi, this one, it is right from the beginning. The dargahs and this thing is all occupied by the sajjadas of the various dargahs. They are huge lands. You'll be surprised in Hyderabad, there are 2-3 dargahs, which the land is extended 5,000 acres, 2,000 acres. So in this, the sajadas are only functional yet. They are not, they doesn't own. So somehow they are losing control. They have joined with BJP. And some of them, even Ajmer, they have joined it. They have no popular voice.
Okay. So do you see this proposed amendment as another steps in the politics of the BJP to implement its agenda of Hindutva? Do you think it's targeted at
the very purpose they have brought? That there are two non-Muslims in the Central Waqf Council as well as in Waqf Board is trying to create tension, communalism. Because naturally, when you bring in too many Hindus, it will be opposed. And you will be projecting to what you see when we wanted them to have two Hindus, they are opposing. No, the counter question is, how many temples have Muslims? Gurudwara Prabandhak Committee or any other persons, will they allow you? You can't go near them. And then how many Tirupati Devasthana board is there? That's also a statutory body. Is there any non-Hindus in the body? And why you have specifically brought two Hindus? You should have some reason. No, there is no reason. Suddenly you have brought. Now suppose it is opposed. People will say, look how communal they are. They are opposing the Hindu members. Is it rational? And then you said segments, Islamic segments. Aga Khan, Bora, they are part of Shia. And Shia and Sunni has been bifurcated. There is Sunni board, Shia board. If there is not any number of seats, there can be every member, in every board there should be a Shia member. They represent Shia. No, suppose there is Aingar, there is Gowda, there is Wakaliga, then you divide it, community in that Shia or Aga Khani. They are Aga Khani or the Bohras are part of Shia.
See, there are one fear that there is that there are several land disputes in India because of claims made by the Hindu right wing, especially on historical sites. So the claim is that there was a temple here, pre-existing temple here, which was destroyed, and a mosque or some other Islamic place of worship has been built. So, do you think this amendment, if they go through, will it encourage these kind of claims? Will it aid these kind of claims?
Definitely, because they are violating the place of worship act. The judiciary is silent. Parliament has passed that, decided once for all that on 15th August 1947, whatever may be the dispute, whatever places of worship are there that remain, that they are violating it. And now that by raising this land and all that, yes, it will not belong to government. It will. Now, the very purpose is, their intention is bad, to say that they are bringing the collectors. Survey is done by, even survey commissioner is appointed by the government. But once you appoint a entity, it will be like election commission is appointed by the government, but they are independent. Similarly, the survey commissioner was independent. Now you have done away with survey commissioners. Totally done away with them. And then you have brought collectors. In a state, there will be 20 collectors, 30, 40 collectors, 60 collectors. Now the work board has to deal with each of these collectors. And they will government, hundreds of work is there. No, nothing will be attended. It will be completely retrograde steps which they have brought in these collectors.
Then my next question is a political question. So the BJP introduces this bill, Union Minister introduces this bill and promptly refers it to the JPC.
Because he knew that will be opposition.
So from his allies, this is my question. Do you think?
I don't know. In the parliament we saw, there was not much the opposition in the ally in the
because the TDP welcomed the move to send it to the JPC.
JPC, correct.
Yes.
Everybody has welcomed that.
Yes.
That is, see, that the only thing is, why it goes to JPC, that the people have opportunity to approach the JPC, present their case like legal body. And in parliament, nothing can be the detailed, they don't study. But here they can study, they can approach, people can approach, institution can approach, they can give memorandum, they can argue. That is the reason JPC is for.
No, my question was regarding the TDP because they welcomed it. The JDU was, I think,
that minister he welcomed
yeah,
this one, but he didn't say anything about JPC.
correct.
But GDP welcomed the JPC because now they have to what stand they will take, which is to be seen. Because now the rumors is that they are not, they are very cautious.
So coming to my last question, in 2012, Mr. Anwar Manpadi, the chairman of the Karnataka State Minorities Commission, submitted a report to the chief minister then, in which this report was quite scandalous and shocking because it alleged that 27,000 acres of land belonging to the Waqf in Karnataka had either been misappropriated or allocated illegally. So there is some concern, right?
That is, if you go to GPC report, there's a lot of concern is there. For example, I'll tell you, the high-tech city in Hyderabad, the entire land is Waqf. When the JPC visited, first, there was nothing, it is land, only land, belonged to Dargah. And within 3 years, it was taken over by the government as a Inam land and certain these things. Now, brought to this high-tech city. Now, the entire high-tech city, which is prime land, is a Waqf land. And the High Court, the tribunal has held, Andhra Pradesh tribunal then has held that is a Waqf land. So in Karnataka, this report, yeah. You see, Karnataka, there is exactly they mean in Bidar, there is about thousands of acres there. So here, wetland land is there about 300 acres in a prime area. So what needs to be done there? That is what that was there in the. I think if I remember correctly, you tried to pilot a bill in Parliament, encroachment, removal of encroachment. It is a criminal. I piloted that encroachment without any document, without occupying, is a criminal offense, non-bailable. Now they have changed from non-bailable to bailable, from severe punishment to ordinary punishment. Okay. So there is no address to how the encroachers to be dealt in this bill. So there is no justification. There is absolutely no justification for this amendment, except they have brought it with vengeance. They are not able to see that this so much land is belonging to the Muslim community, and we should help instead of we should somehow see that the powers of the board are to identify, and then they said government land. Even if it is declared Waqf, it goes. Where is Constitution? Where is right? No, it violates Article 25, Article 26. It violates Article 30. Okay, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your candidness. And you are an authority on this issue. So thank you for speaking to Frontline. Thank you.